back. Tap into the roots. You gotta feel that beat. I call this right here Sarabi. You know, since we're going back, it's going back to taking it back to Africa. Let's go back to The Lion King. I love that movie. Most of us did. But let's break it all the way back down to the beginning. I like to have fun. Even in worst times in life, you gotta learn from your lessons and be like Simba and overcome them. Remember the lessons, all the lessons. You gotta go away, and sometimes you gotta come back. Then you become that king. So, let's say, Sarabi. I am the Lion King, as well as I am a Lion King. As I walk through the gala and stare into fear, my pride is my scar. At nightfall, I dream of you. Wishful thinking. I cannot see you in the darkness. Please talk to me. I cannot see. Are you there? Answer me, please. I've prayed to the God asking for a line of sight. He replied, I gave you my gift of eternal light to see. Why do you choose to stay in the dark? Please reveal yourself. I know you're there. I sense your presence. I feel your energized spirit. Sarabi, teach me your love, for I am lost. I've bathed in the water from the gods. I've cleansed the noise from thy ear. What am I missing, Lord? Why can I not find Sarabi? He replied, I have given you ears to hear, a tongue to taste, eyes to see, nose to smell, and a body to feel. But you are not using the strongest tool I've given you. The enigma of man is to imagine within. You've traveled this land and still you cannot see. Sarabi is a mirage, and therefore she is in me. I know that might seem a little crazy, but is it? A cartoon. What is that? What does that even mean? Well, a car, that's a mobile. Something mobile. A tune, that's a frequency. So a cartoon ain't nothing but a mobile frequency. Makes sense. So I guess we need to break down the Lion King. Most people never will. So I kept this private. Some people was like, you need to let people hear about what that is. That's pretty dope. I said, oh, okay. I just did some history, some research, discovered a few things. So, looked into what that Lion King story and broke down to where the language came from. Swahili, native tongue. So I started checking out some of them characters and the values of those characters. Not the face value, you know. Gotta look deeper. Like the young kids say today, that Zazu, Swahili Zazu means movement. This little bird, he was a little messenger, he was moving. Then you got my buddy. My two buddies. Everybody loved them two guys. You had Timon and you had Pumbaa. Funny little characters. Love the little guy. Timon always, he big, right? Small, but he big. He standing tall. Timon in Swahili is vessel. Or him. That's that body. Then you got Pumbaa. The stinky dude. But he with it. He ready to rumble whenever. He down for the team. He loyal. Because Pumbaa means foolish. The last. They say the last one, huh? Foolish one. Then let's break down my man Simba. Simba means lion. King. And symbol. So Simba, he's a symbol of new birth, new hope. Then you got Nyla, which is Gyla, the land, the gift, the queen. You can put two and two together, Black Queen. Then you get down to my man, Mufasa, King, or Mafa, MFALE, mother and father as one. Then you got the monkey, good old monkey Rafiki, the friend. He's loyal. That's his homie. That's the friend. Then you get to the mama. We got Sarabi. If you paid attention, Sarabi's a mirage. She ain't real. You get to those silly little hyenas. I guess we having a TED talk, so you already knew Ed. Took away the televised Ed. You Ed. Duh. Sit there and stay still, student. And you got the other hyena. Banza. That means ego. Then you got Shiza. The savage. So you might ask, that's savage. Beyonce played in the new one. She played Nyla. She wanted to be savage. But you know, in the new movie, they kept the trend alive 30 years later. because every 30 years it repeats. The new hyenas, the new comedy relief, is no longer ego and savage. It's Azah. That's one of them. The other one name is Kamara. Put those two together in Swahili is they don't know. Moon. You don't know your blue self, your moon self, your spiritual self. If you paid attention to the Lion King story, based off of the values of the names of the chosen names of the characters of the story, you would have just stumbled upon the story of Cain versus Abel when Scar killed Mufasa. You would have seen that the guilt of the new prince, he wasn't ready to handle because he blamed himself for his father's death, took off running to go find himself. On his way, he bumped into two friends, Timon and Pumbaa, the fool and the vessel. But they followed the king. Who else followed the king? The fool and the vessel. Wait, that was us. Well, we followed the king. So one day, he grew up, bumped into his queen. She told him she needed him. He ran on back, you know. He wasn't ready to come back yet, but he had a discussion. He had to go see himself, find himself. A lot of us doing that right now, finding ourselves. So he had to go find himself. Rafiki popped up, you know, because that friend got to show up, you know, other guy on the other shoulder, and knocked him in the head with the stick. And said, remember who you are. Simba walked on over to the water. Took a look down in that still body of water. To that mirror. Saw self-reflection. He saw his father and he scared him. Then he tried to run back across through the Lee, which is the land, the meadow. My middle name is Lee. He had to go back across the meadow. It's funny, right? Then he saw his father in the sky. His father said, remember who you are. I don't know if y'all caught that. It was the father. He saw in the reflection of the water. He saw in he. Then he saw the reflection of his father in the sky. He came in the Holy Spirit and said, remember who you are. That was 3. Then all of a sudden you saw him take off. He had to go back to the pride. He had to go face his scar. The thing that hurt him, that got him to run away. The thing that scared him. He had to go face that scar. We all got to face that self-reflection. Go back to that part that hurt us, that scar. And we got to confront that problem. So he went back to confront that problem because he needed his pride. Then he battled his uncle and he won. Then he took his queen, Nyla, the earth, and had a new child with the earth. And a new king was born. And he raised that king on top of Pride Rock. In front of the sun. Because that sun allowed him to have a son. That light. Oh, you thought that was a movie? You just got an education lesson. So ask yourself, how deep do you want to go? People thought it was a cartoon. Remember the end of Space Jam 2? Bugs Bunny, he was gone. And LeBron, standing outside of Crypto.com Center, said, "Bugs, what are you doing here?" He thought he was gone. We always come back. He said, "Dude, I'm a tune." Everything comes back around again.